Beginning, the war's end and the reward. The war between Earth and the Zevran Dominion had ended in blood and exhaustion. Both sides were shattered, but humanity had finally done the impossible. They'd survived. The Dominion's fleets had burned, its worlds left smoking and silent. Captain Rian Holt, one of Earth's most decorated soldiers, had seen the entire arc of the war. He'd fought from the trenches of Mars to the sky cities of Vega Prime. His body bore the scars, but his eyes, cold and grey, carried the memories of too many fallen comrades. When peace was declared, Rian wanted only one thing: to disappear. But the Alliance High Command had other plans. He was summoned to the orbital citadel Helion Spire, where victory ceremonies were held for surviving heroes. Banners hung from steel arches. Holographic stars floated overhead. Music filled the air, hollow and grand. And when Rian stepped forward to receive his medal, the Chancellor smiled and said words that sent a ripple of curiosity through the room. For his unmatched valor and sacrifice, the Chancellor declared, Captain Rian Holt is awarded not only the Star of Terror, but a symbol of peace itself, a living trophy of the war's end. 2 Dominion guards stepped forward, carrying a containment sphere. Inside floated a small, glowing figure no larger than a child. She had pale silver skin, translucent like crystal, and eyes that shimmered with galaxies. Her delicate wings folded like silk behind her back, and though she seemed fragile, there was an intelligence, almost sadness, in her gaze. This, the Chancellor said proudly, is a Zevran Seraphite. One of their most sacred creations. A living bioform bred for loyalty and service to their high queens. You, Captain, shall keep her as a mark of humanity's victory. Rian stared at the sphere. You're giving me, a person? A being, the Chancellor corrected. A trophy, not a prisoner. She belongs to no one now. Consider her a gift. Rian clenched his jaw but said nothing. The crowd cheered. Cameras flashed. And the little alien inside the sphere lowered her gaze, silent, shimmering, and heartbreakingly alive. Middle, the trophy that spoke. Rian's quarters aboard the Earth Fleet flagship were small and quiet. He didn't speak for hours after the ceremony. The containment sphere sat on his desk, glowing faintly. Then a voice whispered from within. You don't have to keep me locked. Rian froze. You can talk. The sphere's surface rippled like liquid, and the tiny Seraphite stepped through, not physically, but as a projected hologram. My name is Elyra, she said softly. And yes, I can talk. My creators built me to serve. To speak. To understand. Rian looked at her warily. Understand what? She tilted her head. Everything you feel but do not say. He gave a humorless laugh. Then you'll have a quiet life here. But she was not quiet. Over the next days, Elyra spoke often, not with defiance, but curiosity. She asked about Earth. About music. About what it meant to be free. Rian avoided answering. He busied himself with cleaning his gear, watching old mission logs, pretending not to listen. But one night, as he sat staring at a flickering image of his fallen unit, Elyra floated beside him. You lost them, she said softly. He didn't look at her. Everyone lost someone. Yes. But not everyone remembers the way you do. Rian turned toward her, and for the first time, he saw the faint glow of sadness in her expression, not for herself, but for him. You're not what they said you were, he murmured. And you, she replied, are not the monster my people believed. That night, Rian deactivated the containment sphere. Elyra remained near him, never intruding, always watching. Something fragile began to form between them, something neither of them fully understood. Turning point, the secret beneath the skin. Weeks passed. The war's aftermath grew darker. Reports came in of Zevran resistance cells still active in deep space. The Alliance was hunting them ruthlessly, determined to erase the last remnants of the Dominion. Rian had been ordered to advise on these operations, but his heart wasn't in it. He'd seen too much destruction to call it peace. Elyra, meanwhile, began to grow weaker. The glow in her body dimmed. Her wings flickered like dying light. "What's happening to you?" he demanded one night. She hesitated. "I was never meant to live without the core." "The core?" "The Zevran core is our source of connection. It binds every Seraphite to the Dominion's network, to the will of our queens. Without it, we fade." Rian's heart sank. "You mean they cut you off deliberately?" She nodded. "I am a trophy, remember? They broke me so I could not fight." That was the moment he decided to act. Rian began digging through encrypted files in the Alliance databanks. The more he searched, the clearer it became. Elyra wasn't just a bioengineered ornament. She was part of a telepathic hive construct, a living communication array that allowed the Dominion to coordinate fleets across galaxies. If even one Seraphite was reconnected to a functioning core, she could access the entire Zevran network and maybe, just maybe, restore peace differently. When Elyra realized what he was planning, her eyes widened in shock. "Rian, if you connect me, the Alliance will brand you a traitor." "Then I'll be a traitor," he said quietly. "You're not dying in a cage." Climax, the heart of a dying star. They stole a courier ship from the Helion docks under cover of night. The destination, the ruins of Zevra Prime, the Dominion homeworld, now a silent wasteland orbiting a dying red sun. As they descended through the blackened skies, the landscape below glowed with faint bioluminescence, the remnants of Zevran technology still pulsing beneath the ash. "This was my world," Elyra whispered. "It's gone. We'll bring it back," Rian promised. They located the core deep within the ruins, a crystalline spire half buried in molten glass. When Elyra approached it, the structure pulsed weakly, reacting to her presence. "Are you sure you want this?" Rian asked. Elyra looked at him, her eyes luminous even in the gloom. "I was made to serve. But now, I choose to live." She reached out and touched the core. The effect was instantaneous. Light exploded outward, filling the chamber with cascading streams of energy. Elyra's small body levitated, her wings spreading wide as she absorbed the connection. Patterns of glowing circuitry raced across her skin. Rian shielded his eyes, shouting over the roar of the core's awakening. "Elyra!" Her voice echoed in his mind, not through sound, but through thought. "Rian, I see everything." He staggered. "What do you mean?" "The Dominion, the Alliance, they're both preparing for another war. You must stop them. They will destroy what's left of the stars themselves." Before he could answer, the ground trembled. Alliance dreadnoughts appeared in orbit, they had tracked him. "Captain Rian Holt," a voice boomed through the comms. "You are under arrest for treason. Stand down immediately." He looked at Elyra, now radiant and powerful beyond comprehension. "I'm not leaving you," he said. Her gaze softened. "You already gave me freedom, Rian. Now let me give you peace." Light surged once more, a blinding wave that tore through the ruins and into space. Every Alliance ship froze. Systems went dark. Their weapons powered down. Across hundreds of sectors, fleets suddenly stopped fighting.